In this lesson, I'm introducing to students how to solve a system of equations using substitution. Previously, they've only been introduced to solving a system of equations with substitution in this class with both equations in slope-intercept form. On the first step, we say to solve an equation for one variable, and the first step is already done for them in this problem. Y is already equal to 6x minus 11, but in an activity in the guided notes, we already talked about if it wasn't solved for, you would look for the variable. It doesn't matter if it's x or y or whatever variable it is that has a 1 or a negative 1 as a coefficient or in front of it. We'll talk about that. Step 2 is to substitute, to actually substitute what you found the variable equal to. So if y is equal to 6x minus 11, I'm going to substitute it, replace y in the second equation and the other equation with 6x minus 11. So I did that in step 2. And the reason we did that was to create an equation to have one unknown so that now we can actually solve for a value of x, because x is the variable that's left in this equation. We're going to apply distributive property first, so negative 3 times 6x is negative 18x, and negative 3 times negative 11 is going to be positive 33. So now we're solving the equation in step 3, applying distributive property. We're going to combine like terms. Negative 2x minus 18x is negative 20x, plus 33 equals negative 7. I'm going to subtract 33 from both sides, and that's going to leave me with negative 7 minus 33 is negative 40, and then you're going to divide by negative 20, and that's going to leave positive 2. And so x is equal to 2 is the first solution. And we talk about you can't have just an x, because what does the solution actually represent in a system of equations? It's the point on the graph of the intersection of these two lines, and a point has to be represented with an x and a y. So if you find an x, you must find a y that goes with it. And so for that point, so plug back in to find the other variable means to plug back into the first equation that you solved for, which was the y equals 6x minus 11. So when we plug 2 back in for x, 6 times x minus 11 is 12 minus 11, which is 1. And so y is going to be equal to 1. So the solution is 2, 1, where these two lines will intersect. And now you have to check your x and your y, plug them back into both equations. It should make both equations true because it's a point that's shared by both lines. And so on the first one, 6 times 2 is 12 minus 11, it's going to be true. And if you plug 2 back in for the x in the second equation, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 minus 3, which is also going to be negative 7, so it does make both of those true.